When I was growing up, we had a butcher. His name was Three Fingers. And I'm assuming he lost the fingers on the job.
La 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 bounce bounce.
Hey, this is little Danny Patrick. What can I do for you, son?
A pound of bologna and quick, mister.
Sure thing. Hey, nice basketball. You trying out for the team this fall?
Sure am. And I'm getting real good too. On account I've been practicing every day after I do my arithmetic homework. Here, watch me shoot, mister.
Well, hiya, Danny. Let me guess, a pound of bologna.
Wow, you're magical or something, mister.
You behaving yourself in Miss Landers' class, aren't you?
Not as much as I'm opposed to. Miss Landers is real neat, though, and she taught me how to use my radio voice.
Let's hear it.
I don't know. Must not have been a very good butcher.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles. They are the Danettes in Milford, Connecticut. And Geno Smith has a broken jaw after mouthing off to a buddy of his in the locker room. No one there to break it up. Fritzy, if someone was to get tense in the man cave, there was a fight ready to break out, who is going to play peacekeeper?
I'd like to think that I would play peacekeeper. I could see any one of the guys doing it. You know, I don't like seeing fighting and that sensitive nature of me. I don't like when people. I don't even like when one of the guys is raising their voice, whether it be at me or one of the other guys. But if
it's a weird industry to work in if you don't like conflict.
I know. I'm just being honest. If it came to fisticuffs,
I don't see it though.
I want to see that. Something like that escalate.
I don't see you stepping. I don't see you getting out of your chair.
You really have to just sit and watch punches?
Absolutely.
I think you would be more vocal than actually get in there. You know, the odd part is that I feel like Paul is the most likely to be the peacekeeper. He's also the most likely to be in the fight, which means Andrew.
Oh no! Paulie would not be the peacekeeper because he'd want the content.
No, but in an actual fight, I would want to break it up. I would try to get in there and break it up because I want right up to a fight. I don't want to fight. Like I remember when you Seton and you were going at it one time, and you threw a ball at him in the box, and it was. I was like, I go, you know what? This is about one step away from getting ugly. And it was really early in our career here. We didn't know each other as well. And I saw it, I was like, you know, this could be something. And then it went back right away.
By the way, I think one of us had a young child at the time. Like, probably were sleep deprived.
Yeah, it could be anything.
It was like a different era. I've seen footage of that. We were different people. We were both exhausted.
Well, I don't think we knew what we were doing at the time. You know? It was like, there's a certain amount of growth that you have over time, and maybe a little wisdom or something. And I don't think really.
I remember being very uncomfortable.
At this point, we've got like 15 of those all under our belts, where we're like, can't say, oh, what are we doing? You know, and then it's like you just move on. You know that it's not really a thing.
But I think with anyone, we could do just about anything as long as we know not to physically, in a mean way, do it. Like let's say Andrew and I were wrestling, and that was part of the bit. We'd wrestle, but when one guy decides to go too far, you're like, all right, calm down. This is a TV show.
Right.
The show was so much better back then when we threw balls at each other. It was like 50 times better now that we love each other.
Baldy, consummate doorman, keeping things safe. Well, it wasn't a child keeping Geno Smith up. It turns out he owed his teammate some money, and it turns out that some money's owed in the man cave. So when that was mentioned this morning, tensions went from here to here.
I'm just trying to figure out who here owes who money.
We don't want any incidents.
Some people getting dropped today over
I guess
a bad lunch.
Yeah, well, that's how you settle things, apparently.
Oh, I know what this is about.
Where's my sandwich? That's what this is about. Where's my sandwich?
Yeah, Paul.
I'll count to it. I owe McLovin one sandwich. I owed him two, but I bought him lunch yesterday, so I still owe him one sandwich.
So
you bought me half a lunch.
If McLovin drops you, then it's okay.
So here's the deal. I wanted 3 tacos, chorizo, down the street.
Yeah.
And to get the third taco, I had to borrow $5 from Paulie yesterday.
That's not true. I bought you lunch.
I paid you.
Okay. Easy. All right. Let's show some maturity here. Some man cave maturity here.
Yeah, we have side bets. Andrew and I, during the show, will talk about, like, bet on something. Like a sandwich. Like, cool. It's like a running gag. So I owed him 2 sandwiches at least going into yesterday. And then we went to get tacos. and I think I gave him like $6 or $7 for tacos.
Well, it was $10 for the total taco order.
Yeah,
I had a 5 on
$11.50
with tax. Yeah, that's right. And I had a 5, and you paid for the whole thing, so you owe me $5. But then you said on air today you bought me lunch.
Yeah, so I technically didn't buy you your entire lunch. I
I think that's an important distinction.
It is an important distinction. You're correct. So I still owe you 2 full sandwiches.
By the way, I noticed that what did we all eat for lunch today, by the way, after I threw that chorizo taco onto we all had chorizo tacos.
Sure. By the way, I had a little prank with Andrew when we were in LA last week. We went to a taco place and we were in a big hurry. So we sat down, we ordered, we're like, we got to get these tacos, eat them, and go to the airport. Great decision getting tacos before a 5-hour flight. And so while Andrew was texting his wife or something, he was busy something for SI, I think, I ran up and paid real quick just so we can get out fast, not because I just wanted to. Went to the airport, and I text Andrew, I go, dude, we forgot to pay for our tacos. He's like, oh no. We got to call them and give them our credit card. I'm like, nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. No, we want to go back there. And we were like...
Well, yeah, and I thought, like, Paulie had Instagrammed out a photo of the place. I'm like, the cops are chasing Paulie because I know, like, you were going down, man, for stolen tacos.
But, yeah, fighting over food, that makes sense to me.
Absolutely. Well, before things elevate here, I think we should straighten out here. Seton, you felt Paulie's thunder before. He dropped a right hook on you, I believe, and slapped you pretty square in the jaw. I mean... feeling that, I mean, would you give the advantage to McLovin?
Solid hit.
Yeah, I know. That's funny. I don't even remember. There's so much stuff that I don't even remember. Like, what the hell?
That was like the third take. Remember, we tried to do it where I was hitting Seton for this video.
Get your big fat cheeks to jingle.
I think Seton kept saying, hit me harder, right?
Just do it. Just do it.
Ain't so bad. You ain't nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Andrew, could take a punch. I feel like there's, earlier today Paul was talking about the difference between fighting Andrew and then fighting Pearl.
Pearl. Oh, I used to be back in the day. I weighed more. I was like sort of angrier. But then I got married, had kids. I'm soft now.
Right.
But I gotta tell you, like,
was that a crazy side of you back in the day?
Crazy.
You could like tap into.
But I think if I punch any of you as hard as I could, I don't think I have that like natural power to really hurt anybody. I don't know because I punched Roenick as hard as I could, and he didn't flinch. Well, I punched him pretty hard.
Let's be real.
I punched him pretty hard. Like.
Now, when I look at Andrew, I look at him and think, like, he's bigger than me.
If that's a hard punch, you're in a lot of trouble.
I am in a lot of trouble.
See, that's the thing. Like, I look at Andrew. He's bigger than me. He's stronger than me. He proved it with the bench press thing.
But
you're stronger than me.
Throwing a punch and being strong.
And taking a punch and being strong.
And taking a punch, yeah.
Like, I have a family member who is jacked, but he couldn't fight the way out of a paper bag. He's so timid and passive. And if he got in a fight, he would be like, oh, unless he has some switch that I don't know about. So I don't know. I've never seen me or anything.
The smallest guys are in trouble. Remember we had that guy who worked in the back? He was like 4'10".
He's honestly he's probably about 5'5", 145 pounds.
Dude, he could
but he's
kill
one
him.
of the least likely guys I'd want to get in a fight with because he looks like he knows how to fight and wouldn't mind getting hit. Like if you hit him, he'd be like.
And he's like very strong. Yeah. Like a Maurice Jones-Drew type. Yeah. Like low center of gravity. Like tall. I'm a big target. I'm like Eric Dickerson running out there. You can take me down hard. And this guy. Honestly, I don't think we could move him.
I don't know Fritzy's temperament in a fight.
It would take a lot to get me.
But once it started.
He might be crazy.
I think if I got all riled up, I think I can hold my. I don't know how well I would take a punch.
There's definitely some type of rage in there that you can tap into. It's just a matter of if you'll get there.
Yeah.
But once you do, it's going to be.
Right now, it's all contained in your stomach issues. Yeah. All that rage. There's a deep rage. You might be
but that's probably what would happen if I started getting really upset and aggravated with one of you, where I felt like it was going to come to blows. I would probably say I have to go to the bathroom first.
It would be like in.
Boom! I gotta go to the bathroom.
You lose the moment.
I'll meet you outside right after I go to the bathroom.
And then once I relieve myself, I come back and then I'm not angry anymore.
Over. Yeah.
So you know what?
All of that anger was just dropped.
Yeah, the person's more concerned if you wash your hands and are you gonna punch him.
I'm always a bowel movement away from being calm and collected, and then we just move on, and then there's no.
That should be on your obituary.
Oh, he hurt me with his words. I'm feeling very bowly, very chorizo. All right, let's clear it out. Coming up, there's a big showdown in the Deflategate today. That's right. Now, you know what Tom Brady's #1 weapon is? That's right. The Ram 1500 Eco Diesel is representing him today. Beep, beep. Those balls were all deflated properly. Beep, beep. Vroom, vroom. And he's representing him very fuel efficiently. Your Honor, I would like to present the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Case dismissed. Guts, glory, Ram.
So the parties are arriving at the courthouse. Commissioner Cadell,
I know you know.
Tom Brady. Now, I'm no legal analyst, but if you look at this picture, I think the court case is already over.
Oh.
Ball game.
Now,
game.
I thought
Look
Tom
at that
was
guy.
going to go dark blue, white shirt, red tie, red, white, and blue, America, Patriots colors.
He looks like
That's
the
a
wolf
guy
from
right
Pulp
there
Fiction.
who's
He
not
looks
going
like one of the guys in Reservoir Dogs.
We are back here on the box score. Big day in the saga that is the Deflategate. Tom Brady and Roger Goodell are squaring off today, hopefully to bring this thing to somewhat of a conclusion. Now, you saw the photo there, Seton. What chance does Roger Goodell stand against Tom Brady in that suit?
Golly.
Oh boy, almost zero. I mean, Roger Goodell's pretty much screwed if Tommy's going like that with the suit. I mean, that's at some point it's just not fair.
What does that work against Brady? Because it's like he's so handsome. I don't know why, though. He's just so damn handsome.
Well, there is a little bit of too much of a Matrix quality, like you said. It is a little bit of that. Not quite as friendly, Tommy.
It's not a warm time. Last time he went.
Man, this is like my legacy. My life is on the line.
But last time I felt he like toned it down a bit with a plain blue suit. This time he's like, I'm not toning it down. I'm gonna be myself here. This is.
Every day's the Super Bowl.
It looks like he's going to a meeting at the UN. You know, there's no creativity here. This is all business. I'm trying to get a summit put together, and you know, when he got out of the thing, they should have dropped the case as he left the court. If the judge would have saw him get out of the car, she probably would have gotten dismissed or whatever they did.
Oh yeah.
You're a legal guy.
Honestly, I don't know if they have the power to do that, but I think there's an amendment they're working on.
Good. See, that's kind of analysis.
New York versus good looks. Another front row crush is under scrutiny. That's J.J. Watt, and that's for working too hard. And Dan Levitard sent out a tweet today and called into the man cave and says that J.J. Watt is just feeding the beast.
He's feeding it. He's not an innocent here, Dan. Like, it's the coverage of Watt. Yes, it's part that, because by himself, his excellence is interesting. He's great at what he does for a living. But as a personality, he's not terribly interesting. So when SportsCenter does the feature on him, of course, they throw him on a horse and give him a flag and put him in a cowboy hat, and we dress him up. Like, we do this all the time in sports. The best thing to be is Tom Brady, Derek Jeter, Michael Jordan, sort of bland and hugely excellent, and then we'll write your story for you. But he's feeding us, I work in the Siberian countryside carrying logs like Rocky, and then we go and check out the log cabin, and it's got an elevator in it.
You know, I like Levitard, and that's, to me, is as important as anything about this topic. Yesterday I was watching Hard Knocks, and you know, no shocker, 3 minutes in, there's a montage of J.J. Watt, Justin James Watt working out. And that's what his friends call him.
Justin.
And so I saw the tweets, and there was a lot of tweets very positive for Watt. Like, look how hard this guy works, what a maniac, what an animal. But then I noticed a lot of tweets that were, what a phony, this is so made for TV, this is Watt hogging the camera time. It was equal, it was two different things. But then I saw Levitard's tweet, I don't know if you have it there, but he says, J.J. Watt so wants to be what he thinks we want as an American sports hero, something that I'm paraphrasing. I looked at that thing by Levitard, I'm like, wow, let me think about this for a second. I actually had to sit and come to grips with what he had to say, and I wasn't sure what to make of it. And so I sat on it overnight and sat on it even in the morning meeting, and then kind of unleashed it on the show, and it got a really good response, and then we called for Dan. And I thought it was a great topic, and hopefully I was unbiased in how we presented it. I'm a fan of Watt, you know, and I know him a little bit. And hopefully I presented it that way and didn't make it about anything about my opinion.
I wanted so badly last night to make fun of J.J. Watt. Not because I don't like him, but just because I like to make fun of people. Yeah. And I was like watching the stuff, and I'm like cracking up, and maybe a couple text messages and stuff like that. And I was about to go onto Twitter, and when I checked Twitter, I had some tweets like, "Hey, your boy is defending J.J. Watt. It's really cute." So I checked Paulie's out, and like, "Oh yeah, because it's so terrible to be a good guy," and like things like that. So I had a good idea coming in today that this was going to be a topic.
And I poked the brakes last night. There was a couple things I was about to tweet, and I'm like, you know what? No. I want a little more measured version of what I was just about to say.
Apparently you've never watched TV before.
Yeah. Was there anything you guys saw that really bothered you, or that you looked profoundly fake, or that you couldn't buy as genuine, that he was doing just because he knew the camera?
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got like the tackling dummy or whatever at night. You've got the guys feeding them balls so you can catch them one-handed, which actually serves almost no purpose in real life. I'm not exactly sure what that thing was. It looked cool though.
You're probably not going to push a big 1,000-pound tire over and over again across
Right.
football field. But I understand.
So that was pretty staged, but it is television, so it's like, all right, whatever.
I enjoyed his rapping.
The one thing, yeah, when it was that whatever the Lincoln Park Fort Minor side project thing where he's sort of 60% hustle, whatever the stuff. Like, oh dear, because it wasn't a joke, you know, it was like serious, and I thought that was pretty funny. No offense.
It was
I'm
fun.
not laughing at you.
Super duper. All right, stick around. It's more fun with movie quotes after the break. All right, welcome back to the box score. Let's get right to it. I love movie quotes. You love movie quotes. The producers love movie quotes. So let's have another movie quote-filled edition of
Danette on film.
The rules are simple. I give you a movie quote. The questions are multiple guess. You'll just have to choose the character that said that quote. Here we go. Front row, you are first. Which character said, "I eat green berets for breakfast, and right now I'm very hungry"? Was it Dutch from Predator, Fritzy from Going Commando, John Matrix from Commando, or Jack Slater from Last Action Hero?
John Matrix.
I thought it was Dutch and Predator.
I would go with Dutch and Predator. I immediately ruled the third one out.
Yeah,
let's go with
that. You want to go A?
Is it A, Dutch and Predator?
Help me!
Sorry, we were looking for John Matrix in Commando. John Matrix. Back row to you. Which character is famous for saying, "Calm down, doctor. Now is not the time for fear. That comes later"? Was it General Zod in Superman 2, John Hammond in Jurassic Park, or Bane from The Dark Knight Rises?
Ooh, toughie here.
I don't think it was Superman.
I don't remember General Zod talking to a doctor. Can you do a Bane impersonation? I think it all comes down to that. People do
I can do a
good.
good Zod. I can't do
If Indiana Jones.
Did you see the second and third film?
I did not.
That's
I saw the most recent Jurassic Park, but I didn't see start to finish any of the other Jurassic Parks, and I didn't see the other one.
Well, I don't remember Bane talking to a doctor. I did see that one. I'm going to say the second
Want to
one.
go Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go B, Jurassic
The
Park.
only non-superhero.
All right, was it B, John Hammond in Jurassic Park?
Help me!
It must be Bane.
Yeah, it was during the kidnapping
Obscure
scene.
quotes of all time.
During the kidnapping scene in the plane, I was just trying to imagine General Zod.
It does sound like Bane. That's the kind
asking
of thing
for a
Bane would say.
pediatrician.
Oh, General Zod. Oh.
No.
Yeah.
General Zod asking for an obstetrician or something. Okay, front row, one more. Which character said, "Pain don't hurt"? Was it Bodie from Point Break, Dalton from Roadhouse, or Martin Riggs from Lethal Weapon?
You guys should be collectively embarrassed that you would put this out there. I mean, unless you're trying to get on our good side.
You might as well have asked us who said phone home.
Yeah, if you would have asked us, did Dalton have his right arm or left arm up while he was getting stapled by Kelly Lynch, the doctor?
It's left arm, isn't it?
Here.
Oh wait, no, she's on this side.
Let me see.
So it would be the right arm, but camera left.
Camera left. I think Seaton's right, but yeah, that's Dalton, and Kelly Lynch is doing the staples.
Oh, is it? His name is Dalton from Roadhouse.
Give me two.
That's Paulie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't.
All right, Fritzy, we gotta go.
All right, last one for the back row. Time to rally. Which character said, "Oh, how reckless of me. I made you all wet"? Was it Fatima Blush from Never Say Never Again, Octopussy from Octopussy, or James Bond in any James Bond movie ever?
Hey, you got a hard one there.
As she said.
What the heck?
That quote, I thought there was going to be like.
By the way,
something
did you think they would kind of go like sports movies or something here? This is just pure.
I thought that was an
straight-up
adult
movies.
entertainment quote.
You can guess. I have no idea. That sounds like Octopus.
This is right up your alley.
Yeah,
This is a suggestive.
based on that quote and where my mind went, I'm going to go Octopussy B.
I made you all wet. Was it Octopussy?
Help me!
And they really gave us that one.
Fatima Blush, never say never
They
again.
asked us the Roadhouse question.
I watched Roadhouse this morning.
Yeah.
You're actually watching it right now.
Fuck Donald Trump for that. You guys got the easy questions.
I looked down at your phone down here. Roadhouse is on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the app.
Congratulations to our movie gurus. It is the front row. All right, this is a box score.
Yeah, I feel like we cheated.
We're taking a break.
Asking me a bring it on.
And we are hopping in our Ram Heavy Duty to head down to the Roadhouse, the Double Deuce. Check out Dalton and the boys. Go have some cold ones. Drink responsibly, though. And we're heading home in our Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Long way from the Roadhouse. We get there fuel efficiently. The best class, towing, torque, and horsepower. Gutsgoy Ram. We are closing up shop here at the box
Why don't you
score.
extend that franchise?
Big old day for the Don Mattingly mannequin today. He got dressed thanks to two-a-days. He put some trousers on this naked thing, and it was face to nether region. And I'm glad he's getting dressed, but still the face remains. McLovin, what are some of the responses you are hearing out there in the Twitter sphere to this mannequin?
Most people assume that mannequin was sent down from some hell to murder us all. I'd say about 75% of the audience thinks that mannequin can kill Dan and anybody who's watching Dan. It's pretty much homicidal is how the way it's been described.
You know, back when I went to media classes and communication school at SIU, one of my teachers told me a naked mannequin on TV is gold, and I've never forgot that lesson. And putting 2 days and Dan in a position where they're trying to dress a naked mannequin, it's a layup drill. It's not even fair.
Paulie, what's left in that box of goodies from the Dodgers? Do we have some glasses to cover up the eyes, maybe?
I have one item left. Yeah, there's one item left. I tried to get Dan to go over, but Dan is so engaged. He probably asked me 4 times today, are we dressing the Mattingly mannequin later? I'm like, yep. And then he checked with me every half an hour to check to make sure that was happening. He's
OCD Dan was in today in full effect.
OC Dan.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, he had to get that done, and we got it done. Well,
Do we have to send that stuff back, or is that a sensitive topic?
no, that's a keeper. I
Okay.
mean, we're keeping it anyway, but this is actually permitted keepers.
Oh.
And so is the footage of two-a-days head against Don Mattingly's mannequin crotch. Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
Rebecca Lowe of NBC Sports Network, host of the Premier League. She'll be in Premier. She will be in studio here in the Milford Man Cave. We'll also catch up with Texans camp Brian Hoyer, quarterback, maybe starter, maybe backup. See what happens with that. But Brian Hoyer will be part of Thursday's show as well.
As long as he doesn't get his jaw broken. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for watching the box score. Back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on Audience, Channel 239. The podcast is available on iTunes or at podcast1.com. Cheers.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer. My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!